What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Star Wars The Black Series, and this is Crosshair from Star Wars The Bad Batch. We have an awesome image of Crosshair on this side. Same image on the back, just a little bit bigger. There is a quick little re-up on the back if you guys want to pause now and give it a quick read. This is number 2 in the Star Wars The Bad Batch series. And nothing on this side, nothing on that side, and you got your barcodes, disclaimers, and all that good stuff on the bottom. That pretty much wraps up packaging, everybody. We'll be right back with Crosshair outside of the package to get a closer look. Alright, let's get a closer look at his accessories first. So he has his backpack, which is just a gray piece of plastic. We have a little bit of paint right here, little red stripe. Other than that, gray plastic. We have his helmet, obviously. This little piece here is articulated. We have a red stripe going down here and just a little bit of black paint here. Pretty basic. And then for accessories, we have his blaster as well. We've seen this one a million times. And we have his sniper rifle, which is in 2 parts. And we can see a little hole right here, and that just ports right in. So there you have it. Not a whole lot of detail on this one. Almost like a plain piece of black plastic. Like I said, though, not totally plain, but not a whole lot of detail either. And there's no hole or anything like that in the front for a blast effect or any. Doesn't even give you an option. So that's it for accessories. Let's get a closer look at Crosshair. My favorite part of this one has got to be the head sculpt. I think the face actually looks fantastic. I like the little scar around his eyes, the eyebrows, and all that stuff is painted nicely. The hair is actually sculpted on this one. I know some of these Black Series, the hair is just kind of painted on. But yeah, we actually have hair sculpted in, and we have a little design, a little texturing in the hair. His ears look fine. A little bit of missing gray paint up here. Eyes, nose, mouth are where it should be. I think it looks pretty good, in my personal opinion. We get down to his upper body. We have a little bit of detail here. We see the little skull right here, which is painted nicely. All the red is painted nicely as well. This little strap is a separate piece, which is painted nicely. It goes all the way down, and the little buckle is painted nicely as well. We got some black paint right here, which is nicely done. Or a little bit of red paint right here, a little stripe going down across his shins. Everything else is just gray plastic. Not a flashy figure by any means. But that being said, still looks pretty cool. The best part is obviously the face, and I like his pauldrons, his armor on top here. It's a nice soft plastic, and it looks pretty cool. That's pretty much it for a closer look. Let's go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, forward this far. You got some side to side, rotation all the way around. Neck is articulated as well. That goes back and forth. Shoulder comes up this far, not restricted by his pauldrons or his armor at all. Spins all the way around. You get a rotation there at the base. We get single jointed elbows, which is very, very dated. Very restricted articulation there. And for his wrist, it goes back and forth. And this one is up and down. We have a ball joint here that goes back this far, forward this far. Spins all the way around. If you want it, be careful with this strap. Sometimes these break, and it does ride up as well. It's actually glued to the figure right here, but this part is all loose. This part's loose, and the bottom part is loose. So this stays in place, but the bottom part moves just so it doesn't restrict articulation, which is pretty cool. You get a decent range of motion out of that. No rotation at the hips or anything like that. This is all one solid piece, which is normal for these Star Wars Black Series. And for the legs, it goes out this far, so pretty decent articulation actually from his legs. Almost a full split. Goes forward this far, back this far, and we do have single jointed knees, which you get a little over 90 degrees. And for his ankles, go back this far, forward this far, get a full rotation all the way around, and that's pretty much it for articulation. Let's pop on all the accessories. So obviously his blaster, we can store his blaster right here on his side. The helmet itself just pops right on. Nice and easy. It's a soft plastic, so it shouldn't scratch off any paint. I would hope not anyways. And a backpack just kind of ports in like so. This here is in two pieces. You can actually, I think it goes like this. You can port that in here. And there's a little peg right here on the side, and you can put that in more than likely up like this. So yeah, it's pretty cool that you can actually store his weapon. I like it. But if you want to have his full weapon in his hand, which is kind of weird, man. I don't like the big gap right here. Looks kind of stupid, personally. Just my opinion, like always. Let's see if I can get that. See if I can actually get it in his hands. You can get his finger around the trigger. Fits okay. It's not great. It's pretty cool, I guess. I think they could have did a better job on the rifle itself. But yeah, it's a big rifle. It's a long rifle. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up our unboxing and figure review for the Star Wars Black Series, the Bad Batch, Crosshair. Out of 10, I'm going to give this guy a solid 6 out of 10. I really don't like the joints on this one. Typical Star Wars Black Series figure. I'm not a fan of the Black Series joints. I'm not a fan of the Black Series articulation. I don't like that Black Series are pretty much smaller than most of the other 6-inch figures from Hasbro. Not a fan of his rifle. Not a fan that it's very, very difficult to get this one to stand. After this one falling over about 20 times trying to do a review, I think he's finally going to stay here for a little bit anyways. I do like the overall appearance. The paint application is decent on this one. Everything is painted nicely. The red's painted nicely, silver and all that good stuff. No over paint or anything like that. Smudges, no paint missing really. I think they did a solid job. Do like the head sculpt. Not a fan of the gun at all. The backpack, just a big chunk of gray plastic. Not really crazy about that either. The blaster is the same blaster that we've seen a million times. A lot of reuse, obviously. Only one trigger finger. So we have a trigger finger on this hand, nothing on this side, which is so weird. They do it with all their stormtroopers. Not all of them, but most of their stormtroopers. Clone troopers, whatever the case may be. Come on, man. So you got 2 guns, 2 rifles, whatever you want to call it. At least give us 2 trigger finger hands. So yeah, 6 out of 10, guys. Let me know what you think of our score. Let us know what you think of this figure. If you like this review, guys, hit that like button, and that subscribe button is there as well if you want to subscribe to the channel. As always, my friends, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.